scarred me to a little bit that game.
All right. So the moment we've all been waiting for. Joe had his head on all show. I know he can't wait for this one. We got Mark backstage. We're gonna bring Mark up. But as I doing the hold on. Where the chairs at? I got you, Mark.
Listen, I'll get the cheers.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There.
Don't be
No
Western
excuses.
us, man.
I'll get the cheers. No excuses. We good. We
You
good.
got it,
Okay,
dude.
okay.
So the title says full circle moment. And if
Mm.
you've been paying attention or you've been listening to a certain coach, Joe, you probably heard him say it. This is a full circle moment for a young quarterback. He started his season against this team, or was that week 2? I think that was week 1, right? Y'all played them week 1? Yep.
We won.
You started week 1. You all went down there. He was young. He lost this game. And what
Mm.
better way to start off the playoffs week 1 than against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are finding ways to win games as well. They got Mike Evans his incentive. You've seen them turn up after they got that 1,000-yard receiver, Mr. Consistency. That should be his nickname. But we also got Rookie of the Year on the other side, and then as Mark would say, a Super Bowl envisioning team with the Washington Commanders. So Sunday at 8 p.m. we got Jaden Daniels and the Commanders going down to Tampa Bay where the cannons go off to face Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks. I really don't know how to do this one, but Mark, you are the newest person on the panel right now, so we're gonna start with you. Mark, tell us why y'all gonna lose this. I mean, why y'all gonna win this game?
All right, man. Look, the first time we met, it was like, it's the first game I ever played in NFL, you know? And on top of that, what team have we lost to twice this year? Like you would say, oh, we lost to the Eagles twice. No, we lost to the Cowboys twice, Giants twice. No, not gonna lose to the same team twice. That's one. That's the biggest reason right there. We're not gonna lose to the same team twice. You don't have a young pup back there at quarterback. Not saying that he's a seasoned vet or anything like that. This is a first playoff game, so we don't know what to really expect. But I know for a fact that he's not Dakish. So I'm sorry, my bad, Tomo. My
You see, now you want to swerve and bend that corner. Whoa.
my, my bad, my bad. He's not. He's not.
Might have to let the clip go. Go ahead.
We're not about to do that. So I mean, I do got us winning this game, and I don't think it's going to be like because the first time we played, I rewatched the whole game in the all 22s just to see what was going on. First half, they was moving the ball real easy. Second half, it got like a lot tighter, and they started to catch on. But then again, we had Ben St. Juste and Emmanuel Forbes as cornerbacks those games. Now we have Mike Sanders there. He played in the slot role, but they really didn't throw the ball his way too many times. Now that he's playing outside, they got Marshawn's coming back. Last 4 times that Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore met, Marshawn he got the best of Mike, and they both coming off like they both got little hamstring injuries. But I
Hopefully.
think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be a nice hard fought game. But them without Godwin and the injuries that they have in the cornerbacks, and I think one of your safeties might not even play. Uh, I don't think they'll be able to beat us this time. Dayton Names ran a lot the last time. He didn't keep his head up. Now when he run, your cornerback's gonna be more afraid. So when he keep his head up, you gonna throw the ball deep. It's gonna be some big plays in this game. Um, I got us winning. It's gonna be a high scoring game. I think I'm gonna say 35-28.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Trent.
I'll go.
Oh,
I'll
you.
go.
Oh,
Cause
command. Okay. Okay.
Trent the higher seed. Gotta respect the higher seed. Third seed, by the way. I'm gonna go with us, obviously, because I'm NC gear. All right. Well, what worries me this game is Baker just a playmaker, dog. That's one thing about playmaker. He got guts. He one of them dudes that just won't quit. Like the first time he played Baker, he avoided like 5 sacks. He looked like Mahomes in the pocket. You know how Mahomes be evading sacks and then find open man. That's what he was doing against us. But Baker, nobody's talking about this. He also led the league in interceptions too. He would throw you the ball. So I think that the key for us against the key that sounds familiar almost the key that came for
It's not
us,
my
right,
moment. Not my moment.
is when Baker gives us an opportunity, we got to take advantage of it. Like Mark said, I think the first matchup, obviously both teams have changed. I believe the Buccaneers run game is much better since the first matchup. I believe the Buccaneers O line is performing a lot better since the first matchup because we got a lot of pressure on Baker that first game. But I do feel a lot comfortable because we are fully healthy. Obviously, minus Noah Brown, who's out for the year, but we are fully healthy, and the Bucks are not. Bucks are banged up a little bit in the secondary. They might be missing both of their safeties. I'm not sure. Trent could probably update with us for that. But two of their safeties are hurt, and I think one of their cornerbacks are hurt, like Mark said. So they got an injured secondary. But everybody's talking about Jalen Daniels. He's a rookie. It's a different ball game. I think he's gonna be just fine. I really do. I think he'll be just fine. He's the most poised quarterback that I remember seeing in my life. If y'all can name a different one, tell me. But he's poised in every single moment. You know, just look at him on fourth down. 8 for 8. He perfect on fourth down, y'all. That's crazy. The Commanders are the best fourth down team in the NFL. You got to be poised to be that, right? As a quarterback. So I think, and then he has a lot of moments. I think this game is going to be similar to the Bengals game that we had in week 3. I really do. I think it's going to be a shootout. I see it being like Mark said, but I see it being closer, probably like about a field goal or 4 points, like 38, 35, 35, 32, something like that. 30, not 32, 35, yeah, probably 35, 31, something like that. So I'm going to go with us, though. I got us winning, getting the upset, and moving on to the second round.
Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, so obviously to even add to the arc of the full circle moment, Jaden Daniels in Washington is a big reason Tampa's even the division champions right now. So a team that got you, a team that you lost to week 1, a team you assisted getting the playoffs, and now a first round matchup. I agree with everything the panel has said this far. As far as health goes, both teams are healthier than they've ever been. The Bucs are going to be getting Cade Otton back for the first time in a couple of weeks. So it's going to help us out on offense. Winfield Jr. will play, and Jamel Dean will be back as a corner. So Jordan Whitehead, the safety, he unfortunately was in a car accident a few weeks ago, so he's done for the year. So we will be losing him. And that's been the big thing this year on defense. The defense has really struggled with the passing game. Rushing game has really turned itself around, but the Todd Bowles defense is just really non-existent at the moment because he hasn't had the guys out on the field that he needs out there to run his defense. You got Vita Vea dropping in coverage. We've been given so many different looks this season trying to figure it out. I'm really excited to have a defense back that's ready to go and healthy. With that said, Jaden Daniels, clearly not the guy he was week 1, but, Bucky Irving isn't the guy he was week 1. Jalen McMillan isn't the guy he was week 1. So Jalen McMillan's had 7 touchdowns in the last 5 games. Only other player to do that was Jamar Chase. So it's going to be a great matchup. You got the Mike Evans and Lattimore matchup, Tyson versus Fury. And then it'll be fun. So I can't expect Lattimore to go out there and necessarily lock down Mike because his hamstring's still kind of growing back together. But it's going to be a good game. McMillan on Sandersill, Evans on Lattimore. It's exactly the outside matchups you want if you're a Commanders fan. To Joe's point, I think the Bucs really win this game by staying balanced on offense, running the ball. The offensive line has been great. Baker holds on to the ball, but he's also been getting it done with his legs. Had a career high in rushing yards last week against the Saints. So pocket collapses, he's definitely making better decisions. As far as interceptions go, he is he was tied for first, Joe. So not the sole leader. But shout out Kirk Cousins. But he definitely needs to protect the ball in these situations, especially come playoffs. You can't, protecting the ball is the golden rule. So it's a heck of a storyline. It's a heck of a matchup. I'm excited. I have nothing but respect for Washington, and I do think the Bucs win. I'm going to say it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say Tampa Bay wins 33-30.
That's going
I think every single game. Side note, if you've been paying attention to my predictions, one of my bold predictions is every single wild card game is going to go over, other than the Ravens Steelers. So I think a lot of games are going to be high scoring this wild card weekend. But to your point, the Commanders are playing well. Jaden Daniels is obviously a stud. Week 1, Todd Bowles sent the house with the blitzes. So that's going to be really the name of the game, is keeping Jaden Daniels contained, making sure we don't let him out of the pocket and use his legs to really kill us, because Tampa has struggled with scrambling quarterbacks and haven't seen too many like Jaden throughout history.
Yeah, see, he's going to send the house again. He's definitely going to send the house. Kirk Hansberry said his whole goal is to make sure Jaden Daniels beat the blitz. That's what he said.
I think it's a you couldn't have asked it, like, to the point. Both teams are it's really like the two teams looking in the mirror. I mean, both teams are finally healthy, the healthiest they've been. You got the games ending last week where, both teams ending on a high note. Terry McLaurin catches the touchdown for the franchise record. Mike Evans ends the game on the 1,000 yards. So the trajectory that you're sending in from week 18 into the wild card is obviously buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me stop you right there, though, Trent. One team was going up against a third-string quarterback. Go ahead, Joe.
And
the Bucs were too.
Technically, they were too. And real quick, little history lesson. a little history lesson. The Commanders haven't won a playoff game since 2005, and it was in Tampa against the Buccaneers. The year after the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl.
Another history lesson: the Buccaneers have been in the playoffs 7 times since 2000, and every first-round matchup has been against a team from the NFC East.
Who did it though?
Well, technically, a couple teams. Technically, you and the Rams.
I know,
but the Rams were later on.
I'm just trying to hold on to my crown in the NFC East right now.
Kellen Moore masterclass, baby.
We gonna see what he can do against them Packers.
They look at you like, but who did it though in the second round? So right, Dave.
I ain't gotta say nothing.
We prepping for the draft, Dave. We ain't worried about them. Go ahead.
Oh, we prepping for the draft. They not used to that, man. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna let Dave go. Go ahead, Dave.
I don't
see you going here. You making the lowest seed go. Oh, dang. Go, Dave.
Joe did that. Go ahead. I ain't
He
even
did.
that.
He did. He continued to take shots. Just continue to take shots. Oh goodness. I think the Commanders win this game.
Woo!
I think the Commanders win this game.
I apologize, Dave.
I like how. Nah, it's too late now. I do like how the Commanders have answered that 3-game losing streak that they had, because they had a 4-game losing streak. Sorry, but they had a 4-game losing streak, and it was a request put in from the guy beside me to put the Commanders in the doghouse, and they responded. And they have responded very well. The defense has played better. They still have times to where they don't necessarily they aren't containing the run as much as they need to, but the passing defense has gotten better. That's along with Mike Sanders still, and with Marshawn Lattimore making plays. Even though he hasn't played every single game since he's been there, but the games he's played, he's made a difference. And then if you look at the run game, Bijan Robinson has been running pretty well. And then if you look at that, the game before the last game, Jaden Daniels made plays to make sure that they won that game. And that, to me, was a pressure. That was a pressure game for me. That showed you that the guy was like, I don't care what it takes, put the ball in my hands. I'm going to make sure I make a play so we can win this game. And I think that's going to be the same thing when it comes to this game. I think it's going to come down to Jaden Daniels having to make a play. And he hasn't shown me that he's not capable of making a play. So I'm going to go off of what I've seen. Yes, he's a rookie, but he has made plays. There's a reason why he's won the Offensive Rookie of the Week almost every single week he's played in the NFL this season. He has just been that good. Now I'm not here to say he's the greatest rookie we've ever seen. That's not my argument. That has nothing to do with me. That's between Joe and whoever else has been in that.
He lied. Oh, go ahead.
But he has had a phenomenal rookie season this year. He has broken records when it comes to Commanders. He's broken rookie quarterback records this season, and all of that is a lot. And this is the first time they've been in this position since 1991. That's also the last time that they won a Super Bowl.
Hey.
So this is not me saying that they're going to make a Super Bowl, but I think that they're at least going to win their first playoff game this season. And this is of a season where no one expected them to be in this position. Mark, I'm not counting you. I'm saying when we talk about the media, when we talk about how the world felt about the Commanders, no one thought that the Commanders were ready to be able to make a difference this season. But Jaden Daniels came in and proved that wrong. And then if you look at then another thing y'all didn't mention was in that first game against the Bucs, Terry McLaurin wasn't necessarily involved.
Nope.
Now he has a great relationship with Terry McLaurin to where he knows that if he just throw it up, Terry McLaurin is going to make a play. So you have that going. Then you got Zach Ertz, who's been making plays. He scored a touchdown in every game the last 6 weeks or so. He's made plays, and you got Austin Eckler making plays, whether it's on special teams or on the offense. And you got Frankie Louvu making plays on the defense. You still got Bobby Wagner. That's a defensive. He's a Super Bowl champion. He has the knowledge that he's a leader. You have leaders on that defense. That I think that's enough to be able to compete against what Baker and them have. Because yes, you got Mike Evans, you got Baker, you got Bucky Irvin, but like you said, the safeties might not be there. So they had their. If you look at how the teams are, which team is more healthy? The Commanders are more healthy right now. So I'm going to go with the more healthier team and the team that I think is, the team that I believe will make more plays than that.
You said, Dave, this team hasn't made the playoffs hasn't won a playoff game since when? 2005?
That's
right. They haven't. Okay, Joe said that. And you said, what you say about 91?
I said that's the last time they won a Super Bowl.
91?
Yeah, 91.
Like House Party 2 came out in 91.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jungle Fever came out in 91.
Mm-hmm.
And the Commanders feeling a little Jungle Feverish, right?
I might say they might have Jungle Fever right now.
Todd Bowles was on that team, right?
Hey, he
New
was.
Jack City also came out in 1991.
He definitely was, huh?
New Jack City also came out in 91 too. Mark, with your Super Bowl aspirations, you already know what quote I'm about to say. But this young man has definitely progressed throughout the season. We've watched Joe come on here countless episodes with the shades. We've seen Mark expectations go through the roof. We've seen Decorius do some things as well. Decorius has done everything with the Commanders except become a superstar member.
Exactly.
Okay, Decorius. But besides that, we've always said it. One thing about Jaden Daniels, each week he's gotten better. One game he looks like he can't do this. The next week he goes in and he improves on that. I say all that to say this. It's going to be a close game. I've seen him make plays to win games, but I think Todd Bowles is going to find a way to stop this young man, and then you all are going to go into the offseason. You can shake your head all you want, man. I think the Bucs are going to win this game, and it's going to be another one of those nail biters, but I think you all are going to come out on the opposite end of this one. Instead of it being, oh, we won, JD5, we alive, you can be like, JD5 is my guy. That's all y'all going to be saying because y'all going to be right there walking towards the couch. I think Baker's going to find a way.
So, yeah.
There you go. So, yeah, I think Baker's going to find a way to make this make a play because you said he is a playmaker. And if you think about the few games that he's been in, and I think back to when he played Cooper Rush and the Cowboys, when they got the ball, if it wasn't for a strip fumble from Deron Bland, Baker was going to move down that field and win that football game. And if you think about when we played you all, what happened with Mariota, he found a way to do a quick little sneak, and then he got in the field goal range, and then he threw the actual touchdown. So I've seen both teams do it on the offensive end, but I think the defensive end with Todd Bowles and how he's going to actually find a way to get to Jaden is going to make the difference.
Hey, can somebody put that comment up by Kev?
Hating from the couch is crazy. But
he said, what's Mariota's passing rating on the season with the same weapons? Well, I know Tanner McKee passing rating is higher than Jalen Hurts right now. But go ahead, Mark.
I can't fight that fight because they both was on my team.
and Tanner McKee played 2 games. All it's like Mariota. Go ahead, Mark.
I said I'm not. It's nothing I can really. It's nothing to rebut. They got their picks. They believe what they believe. I know I got my picks. I know the path to the Super Bowl, and it's just one game at a time. One game at a time. As long as I got JD5, I'm alive. You know the vibes. I got nothing to say really.
All right, so keeping it short and simple. Again, all these guys are in the NFL chat. If you want to continue with the conversation, you know how to join the chats. And if you don't, we're going to tell you right before we end this episode. But I want to say thank all of our guests, but I want to say special shout out to you, Trent, for sticking on through the several games, and shout out to you, Mark. We're gonna get into our last words. Carl, you crazy. Go ahead, Mark.
Look, I'm gonna say this. It's been real. It's real nice to wake up, and have a team that got 12 wins. Also, it's really nice to have a team that have full Pro Bowlers. I mean, all pros, I should say. I know in the beginning of the season, I predicted we'd have 2, and the 2 people I predicted actually got got the vote. So it was Terry McLaurin and Frankie Louvu. But now you got 2 more, so it was 4 that even exceeded my expectations. My crazy expectations, the Commanders exceeded that. The win total, the All Pros, the Rookie of the Weeks, he broke the record on that. So I mean, the story is being written right now, and we're witnessing history. And right now, Tomo, you're on the wrong side of it because you've been hating. But it's okay.
I've been hating. You're right.
You and Carl, y'all don't realize what it is when it's when greatness really comes about. So. Just after the dub, it's been real, Trent. It's been nice. Last time, 2005, but see how that game ended with Sean Taylor.
2020.
The last dynamic player we had that was really on the defensive end. Now the best offensive player on the offensive end gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna take the dub, and then we're gonna go on to the next week, and we're gonna win that, and then we're gonna go on to the next week, and we're gonna win that, and then boom, Super Bowl. Y'all will see. It's okay though. It's okay. That's my last words. Go Wizards. That's my team. I like it. Tank for flag.
All right, Trent.
Yeah, 2005 was a good win, but 2020 that was a good loss too. So
we lost.
Don't forget about 2020. Anyway, though, I'll give you all the benefit of the doubt with Taylor Heineke. It's all good.
They had the best defensive player. You heard, Mark.
Yeah, you got it.
05, we had Sean Taylor.
2020, you had Chase Young.
I want Brady. I want Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, a couple of things. Final words. Number one, always a pleasure being on here on Refuse to Lose. Enjoy talking football. Exciting time. NFL playoffs are here. College football playoffs are on right now. I do want to say, not to toot my own horn, but in the Bucks preseason show, I did have a prediction where the Buccaneers were going to be – the Buccaneers historically, the last 2 seasons, were dead last in NFL rushing. And I made a comment that the Bucks would have a top 10 rushing offense this season. And they finished – currently, I think they're in 4th in rushing yards. So shout out Liam Cohen for turning that offensive around and making us a more balanced offense. It's a beautiful thing when you can hand the ball off and expect more than 3.5 yards a carry every once in a while. So shout out to Liam Cohen for that. And the last thing I want to say is NFL playoffs are amazing. Never change it. There's been so much chatter with how the college football playoff has been handled this year. And I think they're going to get it right. Eventually, this is year 1, but there needs to be some type of strength of schedule in college football playoffs, monitoring. The reason we can look at the NFL and make such educated decisions is because everyone has the opportunity to play each other. We have some divisions where you're playing you're playing twice a year, and then the common opponents outside of that. So really hoping that the college football playoff model can start to learn from the NFL and get some of these people out of the conference rooms actually out onto the field.
Yes, sir.
I had a joke about Najee Harris when he said something about the Russian thing, but I'm gonna just.
I know you did. I know you did.
I was about to.
I know you did.
The Najee joke just now. 3.1.
Hey, Trent, how many wins did you predict? Which y'all we get?
I said 10-7. So yeah, exactly. We got it. I got it right.
And I think you said y'all win the division too, right?
Yeah, I said 10-7. We'd win the division.
Yep.
And it would come down between y'all and the Falcons. I know you said that part. So.
Yeah.
All right, Trent.
Hey, Trent, you forgot. Shout out to the Red Sox, baby.
And shout out to the Red Sox. Shout out to the Kings, Joe. We're gonna turn it around here soon. It's
hopefully.
It's been a process, but we got a lot of the season to go. So
it's been a crazy season, man. Early life. A lot of close games we lost, but let's get it, man. Shout out to Doug Christie, 5-0, former King. He got unfinished business. That's what he said.
All right, fellas, appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in the chats, and we'll see some of you all back next week. We know Mark not gonna be here.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
He-
All right. I'm going to talk.